right. So tell us about Anea, your daughter, and her guitar story.
Her guitar story. Um, Her sister was very interested in learning the guitar, and so we couldn't find a program for her. You know, she had been at Park Hill, but your guitar strings was not there yet. And so when guitar strings, urban guitar,
Revolution.
Our new name.
Our new name.
Urban Guitar Revolution. Okay, you guys didn't tell me. You didn't tell me. Urban Guitar Revolution came to Park Hill. We were just trying to find a good fit for after-school programs. And she says, "Mommy, I think they have a scholarship because we are a low-income family." And so I said, "Well, let's check it out." And amazingly enough, she did receive a scholarship, and she's been playing the guitar ever since. Got her guitar. Her first guitar was everybody's guitar, I think. It was just a little small one, and so got her a bigger guitar for herself. And I wasn't quite sure. I wasn't quite sure she was going to hear the notes. I wasn't quite sure she was going to do very well, just because sometimes moms have a tendency to push their dreams on kids, and I never wanted to do that. But I just really do believe that music and art and all those things that they're cutting out of schools, I can go on and on, are very important for a balanced person. And so when she came home, and she says, "Mom, I want you to listen to this." Put my mom face on. "Okay, darling." And she actually sounded wonderful, which was, more than I could ever expect of 1-2 lessons of guitar. She really had everything that a musician should have, just like the rhythm, the beat, the soul. She was singing with such little passion. "Don't you make me cry, little girl." And so that is Anea's story. That's her guitar story.
And how do you think it's transformed her, having the ability and the natural talent inherent in her and the ability to have a good teacher like Miss Nicole? How has that relationship transformed her, and actually being in a class with 11 other kids?
I thought that was like the most awesome thing. First of all, Miss Nicole's awesome because she has the patience of Job. And there were times when I would come early and I would see her, and she would have her mom face on, but the way that she spoke to those kids was kind of like, "Okay, now what we're going to do." And it was just really awesome. But I think guitar is different to learn. I really believe that the best way to learn guitar is in a jam session. And so with Anea, with 11 other people, she was learning in her jam session. She wasn't just one-on-one picking, here's an A and here's a B and here's a C. They were actually harmonizing. So I thought that was amazing.
And so what are some of the positive things that you've seen in Anea from guitar and just having music in her life?
Okay, so she's my baby girl, and so my other kids will say that I kind of spoiled her a little bit, and but with the guitar and with some of the other programs that she's been in this year, it really formed her own personality, and so she doesn't need me as much. But hurts mommy's feelings sometimes, but it did made her evolve and go sit and work on her music, and I think that it clarified some things for her, even though she doesn't know it, as far as her math homework, because music is numbers. Because after she started doing the guitar, she had less questions as far as her homework is concerned. She is is able to rationalize and be creative at the same time. She was really having a hard time also in telling its story. And so now I'm going to go into my summer story. And so this summer's program made her develop as a storyteller. And that was amazing to me because she has a hard time going from start to the middle to the end.
Okay.
And so that the songwriting pushed that along and made her tell a complete story to music.
Very cool. All right, so one final question. Why should people give to our campaign? Why should this be available to more and more students?
Really? You're going to make me go political?
Yeah, I am.
Here I go on my political soapbox. Like I said before, art, music, crafts, cooking, these are things that we see and hear every day. And when you have a musician or an artist in your house and they're not developed, they tend to get into trouble. They do. I'm an artist. I didn't start tapping into my artistic abilities until later in life, you know. And I think that if someone would have nurtured some of those things in me earlier, I would have went on to college. I would have gotten my master's of fine art. I would have, you know what I'm saying, traveled the world, which I'm doing now. However, you know, 20 years later, you know. So I think that when you give to programs like this, if you give to Urban Guitar Revolution. I'm sorry, audience.
No worries.
Urban Guitar Revolution. What you're doing is you're creating thinkers. You're not just creating musicians, but you're actually creating thinkers. So.
Awesome. Well, thank you. Thank you so much.
You made me cry.